What? I paid so much money for this? Squeaking! Son of a... I'm gonna fix 5 of the most common causes of squeaking in your Tesla, and this applies to literally any other Teslas out there. I also want to talk about something super important. In Teslas, you rarely use your brakes because of that regenerative braking from the motors, and eventually your brakes are gonna squeak like crazy like mine. So we're gonna fix that as well. So you're gonna need silicone spray, not WD-40, the regular WD-40, because it can cause corrosion. WD-40 also makes silicone spray, so make sure you get the correct one. You're also gonna need felt tape or Velcro tape. You can use either one, whatever you have laying around. And next you're gonna need this toothpicker thing. I got it when I was replacing the screen in my door. I don't even know what it's called, some sort of spleen or something, but I'll link it down below. But first, let's fix the squeaking in the Model Y. So a lot of times you'll be driving and you're gonna be hearing some weird squeaking sound. Guess where it's coming from? Headrest. There's a tab at the bottom over here. You would think this button would remove the headrest, but no, it does not. It only lifts it up to here. So that is what my handy dandy toothpicker is for. And you're gonna see that there is a very square shaped tiny hole on the other side. So you just put that tool piece into there. There's a button and then look, it lifts right up. Look how easy that was. Push it in, and then it pops right out. And then it's as easy as getting the silicone spray and then spraying it into this hole right here. Just a little bit on both sides. But you see how it just kind of shakes a little bit? That's kind of annoying for me because when I'm driving, this will shake. One way to fix that for me, I found, is just push it all the way to the bottom and look how steady that is. The seats are very, very wide. It touches against the center trim. That causes a lot of rubbing and stuff. So for this, all I did is put the seat all the way back and I just put it all the way down. So all I did was put felt tape against the center console area. That way when it touches the seat, it doesn't cause any of that rubbing and noise. Another thing, there's a black plastic piece here. This is similar to all the models like the Model Y. Everything is just held in with clips. But if you push this away, you can move the seat to make it easier. You could see there's a plastic piece within the bigger plastic piece. All you gotta do is use your thumbs and just push away. So it already came off. So we're pushing away on this piece and then we have to come from the back side and then just remove it more. Once we're here, you can kind of see this is the plastic trim we need to remove, and then that's just gonna pull that right off. So you don't have to completely remove it, you just need to remove it enough where it gives you enough space to shoot that silicone spray right in there. There is a metal piece in there, but I think overall it's just the trim pieces that's causing it to squeak. So all I do is I get the silicone spray and I just shoot it up in there. And it's very simple. You just spray it in there. Once that's done, you just push it in like so, and that should resolve the squeaking. Just make sure you clean up all the mess that I made. So once the squeaking's done there, once the squeaking is fixed here, the biggest issue I had was when I was going through turns with the Cybertruck. I was noticing a lot of squeaking. I was like, where the heck is that coming from? Turns out it was coming from that center console. We remove this trim piece, this whole piece comes out easily. The hard part is putting it back because all the clips are kind of pushed in together. And this easily removes. I highly recommend getting a plastic trim tool. The crazy thing is I took it in for service. They tightened the bolts of the seats. They had no idea. They said they couldn't reproduce the sound. So then I looked it up myself. The forums were saying how there were some issues with the squeaking here, but it is doable. Once you remove that, you lube up the entire area inside with silicone spray, then you put it back together. No squeaking. I got this trim tool on Amazon. I'll link everything in the description below. So a very easy fix. Another thing that you want to lube up is the seatbelt bolt. Right there, you want to shoot up some of that silicone spray as well. And you see right here, there is a bolt with the seatbelt. That's what you want to shoot up with lube. Now that should solve the majority of the squeaking. So what I got is I just got some of this. You just kind of create less space. That's the whole point of this thing. So that it doesn't move so much. So it's more sturdy and firm. So that doesn't move. And that should also help with the squeaking, surprisingly. So that's done. When I was driving, accelerating, slowing down, I noticed a lot of creaking coming from this trim here. And it is all held in by clips. So I thought that there was some sort of issue with it, took it in for service. They said, if you like to park outside, the heat, the cold expands, contracts, it makes the clips a little looser, which is why you're probably hearing a lot of that creaking sound. So I thought, man, that kind of sucks. So that means it's not a good idea to park outside because of the extreme temperatures. And I'm just gonna have to deal with that creaking. I love the forums. They said it's due to a door striker problem. And to fix it, all you need is some electrical tape. So look what I had to do. This is the door striker. It's a metal piece here. And what I had to do is I had to wrap electrical tape maybe like 3 or 4 times to create less space here. Ever since I did that, no more creaking and squeaking. It's perfect. So yeah, so if you are having that issue in your other car like the Model Y, and you're hearing all these weird creaking sounds coming from the trim piece, try this method because that might solve the problem. And if you have a Tesla Model X, the Falcon wing doors is notorious for lots of squeaking because of so many different parts and rubbing. And I found out that it was the trim rubbing on the interior part. All I needed was the soft side of the Velcro or some felt tape. I placed it on the outer edges of the Falcon wing door that opens and closes, and that's pretty much it. You're done, and there was no more squeaking. But now let's work on the squeaky brakes. Squeaking! You can go to the Tesla service center, they'll do it for you. They'll charge you like a couple $100, but why? Just do it yourself. So, very easy to do. We're gonna go here, we're gonna go to software, here, type in service, enter. So now we're in service mode. We go here, brakes, brake burnishing. Okay, so the hardest part of this is finding an open road because you have to go around 50 miles per hour, brake and hold it, and you have to repeat it like 9 times. So we're gonna go ahead and try it out. So I'm gonna go ahead, disable regen. So now we don't have regenerative braking. We're gonna go ahead and start guided process. So it's gonna say to accelerate to 46 miles per hour and wait for the chime. Okay, no one's here. So now we're gonna accelerate to 46. Oof. Okay, now brake. It's like a video game. Okay, go to accelerate to 46 again. So the beauty is they let you drive around. It's not practical. I mean, no one has like a full straight road. It's weird because now there's no regenerative braking, which is very, very interesting. So there's a cool down timer here, you can see. So now there's a cool down timer. Cool down timer is done. They made it really easy compared to before. Before it was a lot more complicating. But now I have to do the same thing, accelerate to 46 miles per hour. So you could floor, have some fun. And brake. There you go. Okay, so now there's a cooldown, a 24-second cooldown. So now I just have to wait for the cooldown to end and I have to do the same thing. Just remember, there's no regenerative braking. So if I put my foot off the accelerator, this is like a gas car. See how it's just going on its own? So keep that in mind. Don't hit anything on accident. Oh, 10 out of 10. So process has been completed. So take some Dramamine, take some ginger, because you're gonna be flooring it and breaking it 10 times. So I feel a little woozy. But the process is complete. We did it 10 times. They make it so easy on the screen. It's like a video game. You just have to push it on there. Stop guided process. We're gonna put to park. And that's pretty much it. We're gonna exit service mode. So I mean, so much stuff you could do yourself instead of paying Tesla service to do it. All you gotta do is look it up in the service manual, go to the secret service manual, and watch this video.